Always wanted to do that. Beetle, beetle, beetle. Still some booze left in here. Just kidding. It's 10 a.m. Oh, it smells good though. Monday, Monday, Monday. Guys, can we go to lunch yet? Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another G-Mineo video and another G-Mineo weekly update. I'm your host, Seth. And this week we're talking running out of stretch goals. That is right, you guys. Avatar Legends has now raised $5.8 million over a $50,000 goal. They are closing in on $6 million, which is their final stretch goal, which means that the founders, the backers rather, of this project are already funding stretch goals that don't even exist yet. The fundraising shows no signs of slowing, and I mean, people want this game. Let's just leave it at that, I suppose. Also in headlines, you guys, Intel, the major tech giant, is getting into the graphics card market. That is right, they're gonna be taking on NVIDIA and AMD as one of the premier producers of graphics cards. I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna accomplish this, given that there is a worldwide chip shortage that is predicted by analysts to last as long as into 2023, but perhaps Intel getting into the game can sort of broaden the supply, bring prices down. I really don't know, but I am interested to see. I mean, more competition in these sort of industries is always good because it forces them to sort of, you know, innovate. So Intel, with all of their backing, all of their resources, and all of the expertise that comes with that company, I'm very excited to see what happens in that space, and hopefully it means that I can finally get a fucking graphics card for less than, you know, my arm and my leg or a kidney on the black market.
What happened? Oh, they took my freaking kidney.
And finally, you guys, Call of Duty Vanguard officially was announced that it was going to get revealed, rather. So the official announcement for the official reveal has happened, which will be taking place this Thursday, August, whatever the fuck that is. The game is supposed to be set in the Pacific theaters of the Pacific sort of area during the time of World War II, and the plot of the game itself is going to center around the sort of formation of the Allied Special Forces. And you guys, Warzone is finally getting a new map. I've been crowing about this for like a year and a half. I've been sick of Verdansk for a long time, and I've been asking for a new map as a fan forever. And I don't mean just a reskin Verdansk, I mean a completely different map, completely different POIs, completely different theme and feel, and it's finally going to be coming. Allegedly, the game is going to be releasing in Q4 of 2021. So the official announcement trailer, or reveal rather, is coming this Thursday, and hopefully we might get a release date along with that, because Q4 is, you know, time's ticking. That wraps it up for headlines, you guys, and brings us into new releases, of which there are quite a few this week. Road 96, a game by DigixArt, has you sort of taking to the road to escape a totalitarian country. That is coming August 16th on Switch and PC. Humankind from developer Amplitude Studios has you taking the course of human history into your own hands. This game actually looks really cool, and I gotta say props to their marketing team, because the trailer is awesome. It got me interested in the game, especially as a kid who grew up playing like Age of Empires and all of these, like, you know, top-down strategy games where you get to sort of build through the different ages of humanity. This one looks really, really fascinating. Again, the trailer's awesome, and I'm excited for the game to come out. This game is releasing August 17th, and you can check it out on pretty much all the major platforms. Also, for those of you interested in motorcycle racing, not really my cup of tea, but Rims Racing is releasing August 19th across all platforms, which again is like a motorcycle racing game. And you guys, perhaps one of the most interesting games that I've covered in all of my time here, The Veil, Shadow of the Crown. This game looks really, really cool, if nothing else for the idea. This game is an action RPG that is audio only. It's built for gamers who have blindness and uses 3D sort of immersive audio to put you into this 5-hour RPG adventure. And I just think that's so cool that games are being developed to become more accessible for, you know, people who have certain disabilities and that are being included into, you know, the gaming community. I mean, how fucking cool is that, right? I will listen to some of the audio on my crappy headphones here in the office, and it is astounding. The sound design is incredible. It's also releasing August 19th across a few different platforms and on Steam. Next, we have 12 Minutes. Now, this one has me excited just for the cast alone. The cast is comprised of Daisy Ridley from Star Wars fame, James McAvey, I think that's how you say his name, and finally WILLEM Dafoe, who's one of my personal favorite actors. The guy's incredible talent. But it's those three voicing three different characters who are sort of in, you play as the titular character voiced by James McAvey, who is trapped in a time loop, and you're sort of like, it's an interactive time loop game. The design itself looks to be really interesting. It's like top down into your apartment. It's sort of like an interactive thriller game, and again is releasing later on this week to Xbox and PC on August 19th. Next we have Arietta of Spirits. Now this game looks super nostalgic. It's got like that sort of pixelated graphics look of, you know, Game Boy and Atari games from ages now long gone. You know, the original like Zelda game and some of the early Pokemon editions like Pokemon Red. It's got that same sort of look and feel to it, and has you playing as Arietta, who's visiting a family cabin and finds herself journeying into the spirit realm. It looks really, really fun. It looks like a nostalgic little game, and that is coming out August 20th for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. The next game releasing this week is not really a new game, but the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is releasing for PlayStation consoles later on this week on August 20th. And finally, Madden 22 releases on August 20th, right in time for football season. That wraps it up for new releases, you guys. There's quite a few this week, as I said, and brings us on to film and television. Free Guy was able to win the box office this weekend with a really solid opening weekend for a theatrical-only release in the times of COVID. Made $28.4 million and has garnered a lot of positive reviews from a lot of different places, so much so that Ryan Reynolds over the weekend confirmed that Disney already wants a sequel of the movie. IGN reviewed the film and said that it was a nice nod to video games in general, so be sure to check that out if you have not already. I'm excited to see it because, well, I like Ryan Reynolds and I like the concept of the game, and I love Taika Waititi. Also in films and in comic books in particular, we might finally be getting another Spawn movie. So Spawn has been kicking around in development limbo for over a decade now. Jamie Foxx has pursued the role very aggressively. At one point in 2017, Jeremy Renner and Jamie Foxx were both announced as cast members of the film, but then again it kind of fell back into development limbo. But officially it has been announced that they have attached a writer to the script, and now that that has happened, we might actually be seeing this movie finally come to screen sometime within the near future. And finally, the cast for Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action television series was revealed over the weekend. I can't possibly remember all of these names on the top of my head, so I'm just going to read them. Gordon Cormier, Kiwentio, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Ian Osley, and Dallas Liu will all be starring as Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Zuko, respectively. Now, I am incredibly interested to see how this live-action television series does, especially given the bad M. Night Shyamalan live-action film adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender that we just don't talk about anymore. I think that the live-action television series will do a much better job, simply because we actually will get to see the character development that is necessary for such a beloved television series. Let me know down in the comments below, are you guys excited about an Avatar: The Last Airbender series? I would be very curious to hear your thoughts. But that wraps it up, you guys, for film and television, and brings us into our weekly setup spotlight. And this one, to me, is just very, very nostalgic, and I absolutely love it. Coming from Kevin Super Lemon. Now, this setup is just awesome to me. It's got the whole room sort of integrated to it, and I love the sort of eaves of the roof being included in this space, and like just the overall space itself. It sort of takes that like gamer in the basement or gamer in the attic trope and really leans into it and makes the space feel beautiful and alive. And to me, is very nostalgic because it reminds me so much of so many homes that I grew up in, running around, playing video games, playing N64, and shooting my friends with Nerf guns. So absolutely love this setup. It's super, super cool. Congratulations, my man. Kevin, you're doing it right. And that wraps it up for the weekly update, you guys. We got a lot going on, a lot to look forward to in terms of game releases. I'm going to be playing some Naraka Blade Point and hopefully getting a review or first impressions video of that done sometime in the near future. We've got a lot of amazing and, frankly, in my opinion, hilarious things coming for you in the pipeline. Cannot wait for you all to see them. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, game it till you make it. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.